All right. So we played the demo for this game. Oh, sure. All right, we played the demo for this game. So we are going to go ahead and start a new game. I wonder, I'm not sure. Did it save my progress from the demo? Well, anyway, we're going to start a brand new game for those joining us and see how it differs.
И пусть оно прорастет в твоем сердце, словно зерно древней истины. Пусть этот росток знаний будет искрой, от которой разгорится великое пламя. В некотором царстве, в некотором государстве, в то время, когда люди еще верили, что поблизости живут странные духи, жил один
There lived a smith.
кузнец.
I don't really like talking over music if they're talking inside of a different language. Alright, I remember this. I need to finish my smithing duties. I always wanted to look into being like an apprentice blacksmith. I think it would be so cool.
Кузнец.
There's a tailor.
Клевал.
Странно. Ты как, кузнец?
Чего тебе?
Да так. Или привиделось чего?
The hell happened over there? Or were you dreaming?
Слышишь, или что?
I think last time we said raven. Let's see what happens if we say
Прибор.
crescent moon.
Да. Месяц.
Месяц, значит. Примета это хорошая. Еще от батюшки своего знаю. Он как месяц увидал, весь год твердил.
Не там ты ответы ищешь.
А? Что?
Каждому чего-то не хватает. Даже тебе. Чего ты не знаешь?
What is it you don't know? Evil world truth. I don't remember what I said last time. We'll say evil.
Что я горя никакого не видал. Говорят, лихо на свете
a lot of that.
есть. Пойду поищу себе лихо.
Should have said world.
Ой, ё.
Alright. Can't go back in there. I forget how to light. I don't think I can yet. The matches, but what if I see one of those things? I always thought leatherworking would be interesting too. Not as much as like blacksmithing though.
Эй!
I hear you.
Здравствуй.
Здравствуй.
Куда идешь?
Да вот, брат, все говорят, лихо на свете есть. Я никакого лиха не видал. Ну вот иду искать.
Пойдем вместе. Я хорошо живу, не видал лиха. Пойдем поищем. Тихо, как душно.
Кажись, верно идем. Ни зверя, ничего.
До сих пор тропу видно.
The mysterious forest. Oh, that's
Знаешь,
right.
я
We have a
так
sprint,
пошел.
and he sprints. What do we do? Oh, you know, I went for a reason.
Как так?
Говорят, кто лихо узнает, тот получит все, что захочет. Только кому верить? Есть ли оно вообще? Вот ты веришь в лихо?
Верю. Иначе зачем идти?
Я верю. Знаешь, я пошел, чтобы сшить великий кафтан. Царь-кафтан.
Yeah, I saw the bones too. I'm not sure what they are. Good plan.
Мастерство хочешь обрести?
Да, именно. Я бы и тебе сшил новый костюм. Вот выберемся, так и сделаю.
So he's gonna sew one for me as well. I've never wanted to get much into tailoring, although I do want to learn to better myself at crochet. I don't know why I want crochet over knitting.
Ворота какие.
I heard something. What's this say? A manuscript. Mistress, Forest, Right. Yeah, they were big bones. I don't think these two even took notice of them. Wait, press what to open it? What did I see? Notes. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 more manuscripts to find out here.
Пограничье какое-то.
Да.
Зачем ты ищешь его на самом деле?
Alright, what are you looking for it really? I can't be mean to him. He's been
Правда
friendly to me.
хочешь знать? Да все просто. От
That's a
этой
fallen
жизни
tree.
серой спасение только на дне стакана. Сам знаешь, я тебе говорил, мне привиделся месяц. В этом какой-то старый забытый смысл. И я хочу его узнать.
Ну, Бог тебе в помощь. Господь Вседержитель, изба большая, одним окном горит.
Ночь. Некуда идти. Найду, как внутрь зайти.
Ага, я тут подожду.
I love these things. They're really cool. Like weird candles that we saw last time. Alright, yeah, it's locked.
Нужен какой-то предмет.
Need some kind of item. Most likely a key.
Идолы поганые.
Yeah, the skinny ones, you will see more of them as we go. They're really cool. Hey,
Вот и ключ к избушке.
thank you. Bye. Is there anything else around here? Except for a tree with eyes drawn on it? It's watching us. More of them. Ew.
Ну как, нашел что?
Похоже, ключ от избы. Пойдем.
Ладно, я следом.
That's right, you better follow. Whoa. Yeah, see, they just start showing up everywhere. The Isba. Here we are. So we need to keep a lookout because last time in the demo we only found one of those little dolls and apparently there's a lot more. But I don't see any in here. I don't think I saw anything where they could have been sitting as we came in, right? No. Okay. And I didn't see any in the forest on the way here, but I don't even know if it'll allow us to leave the Isba. The webs? I think some do, but I don't think... Oh, I guess they do. Look at that. call. I don't think I see anything. Let's get rid of these. I don't think I see anything behind these webs, so. Oh, hello, desk. Nothing under the desk. Oh, my goodness. I forgot about that part. Hi. I don't know if those burned. Guessing not. Alright. The mysterious forest. I was traveling the forgotten path of the flock of shades. Who had walked it before? Long ago. Everyone had to walk this path. They whispered the ancient meaning of the rite. I will document it all, for the understanding is long lost. Maybe it will help you, the one who will walk this way after me. The path started at the murky edge of the forest. We stepped into the mossy midwood where the treetops hid the sky. And the spreading branches of thousand-year-old firs lured us into the eternal light, and the thick fog into the overgrowth of mushrooms and ferns. I was frightened, but I continued to walk the path. The shade showed the way. There was a wooden hut before us, old and ominous, the belly of a long-forgotten chimera. I'm not sure. They look like cocoons or of some type. I don't want to sit here and assume that they hold bodies, but they're definitely different. Okay, that's where we need to go. Let's see if we can get in this door back here. Absolutely not. Okay. Ooh, look at all the little roaches.
Чесало для шерсти.
Wooded... A wool comb. Thought it said wood comb. Oh!
Похоже на
Forgot
корабль.
about that. Looks like a ship. Can I burn some of this? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I didn't mean to burn all of it. Oops. There's a chest. You know what? That's probably a good thing. Alright, an Isbin the forest. The forest path led me to an ancient wooden hut. It looked like a maw with a horrendous beast. The curious hut hid the door between the worlds, and I knew whose abode was on the other side. I was shivering, scared. Oh, excuse me. But the shades knew the secret words, and I repeated them too. The door of the old hut opened, and I went inside. We're here. Can I burn this? No? Okay. Under arches on the ground, apples rolling, firm and round. I'll take one, deep red in hue, and I'll share with Kuzka too. It's a mysterious forest. This. Oh, it's one of the thingies! Aw, I'm telling you. Take one of those and do it like a plushie of it. I would get it.
Калики.
Pilgrims. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. That is so creepy. I can rock it. Rockabye. Thingy. Alright, bye. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Глаз выкалывает.
Oh.
Лихоманки проклятые.
Plague bringers. Okay, yeah, I think this is where we get the last one.
Этим смогу из печи что достать.
I remember last time I tried to reach in there without that,
Чудище какое-то.
and it didn't go very well. There's more of those things hanging. I don't know why they're so creepy.
Милая избушка.
Well,
Чё ты,
about time you got here.
портной?
За мной тоже дверь закрыла.
Ночь.
Знаю, некуда идти.
Alright, well, you do whatever you're gonna do. Okay. Can I talk to you? No. I don't remember what happens. I remember last time you went and sat at the
Вот
table.
око Господне над боящимися Его и уповающими на милость Его, что Он душу их спасет от смерти и во время голода пропитает их. Душа наша уповает на Господа, Он помощь наша и защита наша. О Нем веселится сердце наше, ибо на святое имя Его мы уповали. Да будет милость Твоя, Господи, над нами,
I think he just
как
sits here
мы
and
уповаем
prays.
на Тебя. Вот око Господне над боящимися Его
Yeah, we're
и
gonna move on.
уповающими на милость Его.
Alright. Into the creepy area down here. Oh no!
Эй! А ну отвори!
Как я творю-то, кузнец? Она сама закрылась. Опять сила
I think we missed this
неведомая.
last time.
Отворяй!
Да как? Другой путь поищу.
Вот швец проклятый!
Oh! Hi! I forgot about that. Bye. Okay, thank you. The all-seeing eye. Okay. I remember last time I thought about going back and getting the tailor, but now I see that would have been futile. Alright, let's see what we got going on in here. It's kind of cool. I'm looking for any of those little... There's a bunch of skulls.
Алтарь какой-то.
Looks like an altar. Sure
А у
does.
этого в руках что?
What is this one holding? Actually, that's a good question. I can't tell.
Одноглазая. В руках его.
It holds knowledge. Oops, I
Одноглазая.
click it again.
Голову держит.
It holds a head.
Огонь.
Fire.
А у этого в руках что?
Yes, a book. I forgot about the book.
Мастерская работа.
Book of the Worlds. The Odyssey. Odysseus and his fellow travelers arrived on an island of fierce Cyclops and descended into the cave of Polyphemus, who was known for his incredible cruelty. The one-eyed monster captured the intruders, accused them of violating the laws of hospitality. He lifted a stone of enormous size and trapped them inside a cave along with his flock. Very soon, the ogre began devouring the captives, two at a time. Odysseus, perceptive and cunning, abandoned the desperate idea of killing Polyphemus in his sleep, realizing that doing so would leave the exit from the cave inaccessible. Then the king of Ithaca, skilled in all arts, devised a cunning plan. He and his fellows made a sharp stake out of Polyphemus' enormous club. Odysseus offered Polyphemus strong wine, thereby lulling the Cyclops into a false sense of security. As soon as he fell into a deep sleep, Odysseus and his loyal companions heated the stake in the fire and plunged it in the ogre's single eye. Maddened by pain and rage, blinded Polyphemus began letting the sheep out to pasture. Odysseus instructed his men to tie the animals together in threes and hide beneath them. He himself clung to the belly of Polyphemus' favorite ram. Thus unnoticed by the blind monster, they escape from the cave. And then we have
Что за
access
книга?
to that.
Почему она здесь? Да и где я сам? Чертовщина какая-то.
That's kind of cool. I don't want to run, I want to look at things.
Пахнет морем, океаном. Все это в подполе?
The ferry.
Остров. Лихо где-то там.
We're gonna have to look around because I
портной,
imagine there's one of those
Может, и
things
к
here.
лучшему, что он с ним не повидается.
He didn't have a very high opinion of the
А
safe.
вот и лодка. На ней доберусь. Ой, не отцепить.
Alright, so let's go find the different things. There was a whole bunch this way. The passage. I stepped into the belly of that eerie hut, and just like that, I found myself at the threshold of worlds. My road now led through the land of the dead, straight to the one-eyed mistress of the animals in her ancient sanctum. Knowing what was coming didn't calm my fear. Up ahead, the island of the dead awaited, where the living pass even deeper into the underworld, and only one path led there, through the burial rites. Alright, keep your eye out peeled for little dolls. So I imagine there's got to be one around here. What is this thing? Alright, I can't set it on fire. You know I had to try. Creepy totem looking at me. Doesn't this thing disappear?
Не пойму, что тут. Чудской узор.
Mechanism ring. Alright, I see no dolls here. But we go this way and deeper into here. Last time we went the other way into here. Oh yeah, there's that giant... I don't have a way to crouch. Very sad. That's creepy. Can't burn that. 4, 5, 3, 2. Yeah, buddy.
Страница в ту книгу узорчатую.
Page for the fancy book. I forget what this one's about. Okay, yeah, Sinbad. Sinbad and his fellow travelers arrived at a remote island where they discovered a mysterious house of an ogre. The ogre's eyes blazed with fire, and he was black and monstrous. The creature grabbed the fattest of his visitors, broke his neck, and roasted him on a spit. The rest he locked inside of his house. They spent 2 days in this house, and during that time, the ogre devoured 2 more. On the 3rd night, Sinbad and his companions heated 2 spits and thrust them into both of the monster's eyes. Blinded, the ogre was unable to find his captives and left the cave. Sinbad and his companions followed him out and made their way to their rafts. The ogre finally found them with the help of his ogress, but the sailors had already set sail from the shore. The monsters hurled stones at them, and most of the sailors perished. Sinbad, however, managed to escape to another island with 2 of his fellows. I didn't mean to do that. I think I read you can get like different matchbook like covers. Alright, so I did not see a thing down there. There's got to be one of those collectibles around here. Mistress of the animals, I knew there dwelled a one-eyed goddess in the underworld. Only those who reached her temple and passed her trials were able to seek her indulgence. I followed the spirits, and I dreaded meeting her. What gifts could the mistress of the animals give me? Skill in the hunt? Magical dance moves? Witchcraft? I craved those gifts, and I feared them. See if there's one in here. Hi. Hey, buddy, I need that.
На курьих ножках.
Thanks. Is there a little doll in here? Doll over here. I imagine there has to be one around this part, so before we completely finish the mechanism, we'll do another look-see. But I have not seen the possibility of one. One more look into here.
Железная ботала. Не
Iron
стоит мне это
cowbell.
с собой таскать.
I don't need to take it with me, sure? Well, what's this say? The way to the land of the dead. Okay, still no doll. Oh wow, we can look in here this way. That's kind of creepy. Didn't notice this last time. But I don't see... You see a doll in there? Do not see one. The skeleton in there looks weird. I think he's posed funny. And yeah, his vertebrae actually looks a little bit weird too. Looks slightly more normal from this way. I'll see a doll though. There must be one around here unless we missed one down in the under area. Because the next one we find is on the island, and that's the only one that we found last time. And I can't imagine them having them that close together. Could be wrong. Let's just check back this way real quick, and then we'll put the mechanism in and get out of here. Man, I wish I had a box of infinite matches. Oh, we can come over here. Let's look. Okay, I'll need this far over here. Still don't see nothing. The other ones we found weren't exactly like hidden. I'll go that way in just a second. Let me just check along here. Found it! Yay! I knew it had to be around here somewhere. All right. Let's go. Hey, don't I have to turn them so they line up?
Похоже, этот замок удерживает лодку.
This lock is holding the boat in place, it seems. Yep. Hold on. I have to remember. Oh, no. Alright, let's line this up to... I don't remember how I did this last time, not gonna lie. Oh wait, I got that part. Good. I think. Keep going. Yay! That wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Alright, to the island we go. So far, I remember some of this from the demo. Lore time. Alright, we have to find the 4 totems.
Глаз.
Hold on. If I recall, we come around here for something. No? I thought there's something we had to come around here to get to. That we couldn't get to previously. We have to find the 4 totems. Island of the Dead. I reached the Island of the Dead, the great gate to the underworld. The Island of the Dead was full of sounds. They flowed like slippery molasses from the top of the Black Mountain, from the rotten womb of the grave. The creaking of thousands of spinning wheels droned like a hive of hungry insects. Each thread was glimmering gold. My thread was among them. I had to find it.
Ступы какие-то на земле. А там что, ворота?
Yes, it's a gate. Also, gimme. Love it. Alright.
Так просто, это нужно как-то ее сбросить.
Forget how I got it down. Oh, wait. Remember?
Трехглазый.
The ox. See, there's a way down there. Because there's like a thing right beneath us, but I forget how I got down there. We'll figure that out in a second. Hold up. This isn't the way I want to go. Never mind, I thought there was because there's a cave around here, cave system that we go through, and I thought it led back and forth to that. So maybe they have changed some things since the demo. A many-headed beast guards the gates.
Орел.
Alright, we got the eagle. Yeah, see, here's the cave. And yeah, this was locked. We had to go around and unlock it from the outside.
Выкалывают глаз.
Gouging out an eye. Okay, yeah, this is where I was looking for. That's where we threw it down. Still, last time, didn't we just walk along the beach to get down there? Hold on, is there... I think last time I just stuck them... No, I didn't. Yep, that's how. So, eagle here. ox back here. Alright, let's see if we can find our way there, because I think there's some lore. Had to burn a mast, you say? So I remember we used those as part of the puzzle, the masts that are out there wrapped. So let me see. Let me go around. Or do you mean burn something up there so that we could get down around this way? Is there anything up there? Sorry, I'm probably going too fast. Which log down there on the beach? Back here. Whoop. Oh, I think you're right. Hold on. Don't we burn that and it falls over? Yes. Alright. And then the numbers, the code was how many for each of those? It was what? 1, 3, 2, 1? Yep.
Еще одна
We get
страница.
another lure. Ross Saga. A fierce storm threw the Drakkar longship of the King Warrior Rolf into a lonely, deserted island. Towering over them was a gloomy house with only a giant bed and a giant sword inside. Rolf immediately guessed that it was an ogre's dwelling, and he decided to protect some of his men by sending them back to the ship. He and the rest of his companions stayed behind to wait. Soon, a huge ogre came in with a dead polar bear slung over his shoulder. He dressed the carcass, roasted the meat over the fire, and with a grin invited the guests to share the meal. Rolf and his companions refused. Then the ogre cried out that he would avenge the death of his brother, who had fallen by Rolf's hand. He grabbed a red-hot iron rod and stabbed 2 of the king's companions mercilessly, and then he killed 2 more, leaving Rolf and his faithful brother Asmund for later. As night enveloped the island, the ogre fell asleep. Rolf struck the wall 3 times. At the first blow, the ogre woke up and grumbled, "Who dares to disturb my sleep?" The second blow only made him roll over. Rolf struck for a 3rd time, but the ogre was in a deep sleep. Rolf took the giant sword and pierced the ogre with it, while Asmund blinded him with a red-hot iron rod. The blinded ogre tried to grab them, but collapsed and broke down the door of his house. Rolf and Asmund took heavy clubs and ended the life of the exhausted ogre. Alright. Now we must go to the other side and find the other 2. Oh yes, this way. I don't remember over here as much. So Brad found the
Одноглазый, что ли?
angel. That's just creepy. The heck was that noise? Perfect. I looked around and I saw the dead. They were still following the same path, and I was following them, but now I saw that none were traveling alone. Each was accompanied by a spirit in the form of an animal or bird. I felt their power. It was both the power of the dead and the power inherited from their ancestors. I saw a thin, almost invisible connecting line between each shade and its helper. It is as if they were bound forever. I was getting close to the underworld. Are you okay back there, Wilka? Then
Дурной
we
лев
have the
какой-то.
lion. Such a silly looking lion. I agree. It's down here. I don't remember. I think we find another chest. Candles. 1, 3, 1, 2. Ooh, am I wrong? 1. Oh no, 1, 3, 2, 3. I didn't see that one there. There we go.
Заполняется книга-то.
The book is filling up nicely. Dolopatos. Once, a famous thief heard about an ogre who possessed countless treasures. With a band of 100 like-minded companions, he made his way to the monster's abode. There, they discovered heaps of gold and silver. The thieves filled their bags with loot and set off on their way back. On their return journey, they suddenly encountered that very ogre, who captured them all. The monster devoured the captives one by one. When it was our hero's turn, he pretended to be a healer and promised to cure the ogre's eyes. The ogre agreed, and the thief brewed a boiling, poisonous mixture of oil, sulfur, and acid. He poured the liquid all over the ogre's head, completely blinding him. The ogre roared in fury and started grabbing everything around him. Finally, the thief donned a sheepskin and crawled outside, blending in with the sheep. Then he looked back at the ogre's house and began boasting about his escape. "Take this as a reward," said the ogre, and threw a ring to the thief. The thief put it on his finger. The ring immediately cried out, I'm here! I'm here!" The thief couldn't remove the ring. The blinded ogre was closing in. The thief had only one option to save himself. He cut off his finger. Lives are spun on the wheels. Oh yeah, one falls out. I forgot
Я
about
же
that.
вставлял эту статую.
Yes, you did.
Чертовщина какая-то.
All right. Eagle, angel, and the lion. Hi, guys. Y'all stay there. If I recall, there's a coffin and we just drop into the ground, and that's where the demo ends, so we've made it.
Зачем ты его разбудил? Зачем ты его разбудил?
Well, the tailor made it here.
Зачем ты его разбудил? 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 Зачем ты его разбудил?
All right, this is uncharted territory.
О, Господи Иисусе! Заклинило.
Oops. There was a cut and then there was blood.
Где это я?
can't touch
Господи,
anything
как
else.
выбраться отсюда? Ой,
I feel like there's
зараза.
something standing like right there from the outside. Like it looks like there's a shadow.
Господи, что за запах?
Ooh, it was something standing outside. R.I.P. Cool, can we get out of here?
Ох ты, черт! Сила нечистая.
Evil spirit. Alright, so like I said, uncharted territory. Oh, can I burn this? Alright, that's how I get that set up. Let's come over here. There's some more. Whoa. You know, she's probably not going to be very happy about that. The golden thread. Did I come here of my own will, or was it destiny? My golden thread was glinting with a myriad of sparks, sizzling as it measured out my fate. Those corpses I followed had threads of their own, and they walked the same path. The golden thread was blindingly bright, chaining me in place. I couldn't break its hold to enter the temple of the goddess. I needed to escape those chains somehow. Also, keep on the lookout for the little dolls. Well, yeah. Also, welcome Hex, and welcome Vile Brushes. Buried our born anew. Oops. Let's just burn everything. Who knows what we'll find underneath it. Skeletons in the walls. Ooh, what's this? Coma
Расческа?
of some kind.
Нет, сейчас не до этого.
No, I don't have time for this right now. That's a really cool, like, crafted comb, though. Alright, the buried are born anew. Sorry, dude. This is what we came in on. I don't think we can burn that. I stand corrected. Can we burn any of this? Oh my goodness, yes. Anything over here, though? No, no little dolls. Keep your eyes peeled for those little dolls, because we don't know where they are. Moving forward. No, I don't see a doll anywhere. We'll do one last scan. Oh, let's burn that. Ours was here. I didn't see anything. Let's make sure there's nothing behind here. I didn't see anything over this way. Just the hole that we came. We messed it up. Anyone else comes tumbling down there, they're not gonna hit that and slide in here. They're just gonna crash. Alright. Let us continue on. The threads of life. That's creepy. What you got? Never have I smelled a Russian spirit. Never have I seen one before. foul Russian bones. What's this inside my temple? What is that foul smell? Just like the living fear the smell of the dead, so do the dead recognize the living by their smell. So what it's saying is we stink. Got it. I really like how I can burn all the things. I didn't mean to automatically set it on fire, but okay, we have bird and bull totem. That lit up. No use. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's look around and get what we got going on here. One of these things. Skulls. Gonna assume that doesn't mean those. So 1, 3, 7. Right? 1, 3, 7. Let's give it a try. Yes.
Новое предание.
Likho. There lived a man who knew no evil, but he often heard misfortune and evil spoken of, so he decided to set out in search of it, no matter the cost. He took his bag on his shoulders and went, "What do you want?" "I want evil. That's what I'm looking for. Evil is here." Oh, this is us. This is like our story. So he walked and walked, and he saw an iron castle beside the wood, surrounded by a palisade of human bones tipped with skulls. He came up to the castle. He entered the upper room, and there was a huge, corpulent giant who lay with his head on the bokut. A bokut is an area below an icon corner where religious icons... Oh, cool. And his feet were on the stove. The bed under him was made of human bones. Likho it was, with Zlini, Woes, and Zerba, Care, are sitting around him. Likho gave the man a human head, entreating him to eat, but Likho himself was blind. The guest took the head and put it under the bench. "Supped well?" Likho asked. "Well enough. Where art thou, O weary head?" "Under the bench." The guest was seized with hot and cold chills. "Eat it, good man. You'll be tastier for me this way." He took the head and hid it in his bosom. Then Likho said, "Where art thou, O weary head?" "Near the stomach." So he ate it then, Likho thought. "Now it's your turn." The guest took his chance and ran away. The iron door creaked. Likho heard the noise and screamed, "Get him now!" But he had already passed out of the doors. Only he lost his right hand, on which the door slammed, whereupon he exclaimed, "Here's misfortune, sure enough." Okay, so let's figure out the tale, or the... Alright, so... Eagle, lion, bull. Let's do it. No, not that one. Alright, eagle, lion, and this is the bull. Perfect. Hold on, I want to look around the rest of this room. What's over here? All kinds of little goodies.
Игрушка какая-то.
A toy of
Мне ни
some
к чему.
kind. Looks like a rattler. Like a...
Здесь что, дети
Were
были?
there children here? It's a creepy little doll. The imprisoned children. I traveled on among a flock of shadows. I was starting to grasp the ancient rite, but I still wasn't ready to comprehend its majestic fullness. Before entering the dark forest, everyone had to undergo certain preparations. I saw shades imprisoned, put into dungeons and towers where no sunlight could reach. Without light, the mind is filled with the shadows of one's forefathers, merged into a strange chimeras. Each was unique, but similar in form, all with the heads of animals. The chimeras led the way. They are the helpers. I saw mine, and I followed it. Oh. There's nothing in there. Can I burn that? I'm really surprised there isn't, like, a doll back here. But maybe after I do that... Never mind. What is that thing? Alright, I don't like you following me. Goodbye. Alright, so... Definitely no doll back here. I mean, other than... that one, which doesn't count. Oh! I'm glad I read that. I didn't know you could read... or you could burn those. Wow. Alright, no doll. Let's move on. Oh, hi, I remember y'all. Okay, they gone now.
Ох, сила бесовская.
I agree. More of those cocoon things.
Опять вы.
You again. Yep. Let's look around here. I don't think we can burn them. Might be a good thing.
Я вас не трогаю, так что помогайте.
That's kind of cool. I don't quite know that went so fast what I was seeing right there. Thanks. I think. Crow, the bull, the lion. Okay. You know, we don't see a doll among this, do we? Still, if you see anything, just holler. But I don't see a... I've tried that before and it didn't burn, but okay. Well, let's see if there's anything beyond it now. Alright. We good? Just gonna burn everything as we go. Kind of feel bad we're burning the wheels that spin life. There we go. That's so cool. That's kind of not cool. Uh-oh. I might not should have done that. I feel like I'm just down here messing everything up. Yeah, oh no, indeed. It's okay. We'll be fine. Oh, where am I now?
Путь ведет к пещере с прялками.
That's cool. Can I burn it? No? Alright. Alright, keep your eyes out for the little dolls. What are you? You're a sheep? I didn't try to set you on fire. I'm sorry. Alright, well, you stay inside of there then. Nothing inside of this one. Charred bodies where back with that? I think so. Or unless you meant where the loom fell on. But yeah, I think so. Now, let's be careful not to set wherever we are on fire. Oh, the tailor's here with me?
Скорее, кузнец!
Shh, be
Нужна
quiet, dude.
помощь! Скорее!
Портной, ты как?
Открывай эти чертовы ворота!
Дай, заклинило.
Тихо! Я слышу его!
Oh no! Not my friend. Now I can go in there? I don't know if I want to.
Господи правый.
How's he wheezing with his head torn off? Yeah, I do believe those bodies are all charred. Dude, that sounds horrible.
О, Господи Иисусе!
That's kind of terrifying. Do I not burn this stuff?
Паутина проклятая!
Okay, so I can at least...
Кузнец, молодец!
You know, if his head, like, is a companion with us, I wouldn't even complain. So for this point, he's just messing with us. Oh. Hi. Okay.
Ты его разбудил. Но чтобы выбраться, нужно спуститься еще ниже. За океаном лежит самое сердце Тридесятого царства. Добираться туда надо сквозь чрево мертвеца. Смелее, кузнец. Схорони меня в колодец, а потом следуй за мной. За мной!
All right, here we go. Even deeper. I guess we just walk. The belly of the dead man. I'm about to say I've reached the end over here. Oh, hi.
Что?
Мой путь окончен. Зря я пошел по твоим стопам. Мне не воскреснуть. Но ты еще можешь. Кто ступил в темный лес, не уйдет прежним. Выдержи его испытания. Реши загадки. Пройди сквозь чрево мертвеца. Умри и сам воскресни. И принеси огонь в мир живых. Но готов ли ты к великой жертве?
Ты как так вырос?
Oh, I
Как
didn't expect him
говоришь
to
ты
ask how he
вообще?
got so
Тебя
big.
ж лихо сожрало.
Мы уже давно по ту сторону. За порогом избы все не так, как ты привык. Сам убедишься. Я приведу тебя в храм. В нем ты найдешь врата к огненной реке.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go like step in his mouth or something. Yeah, there we go. That's slightly terrifying. Thought I was upside down for a second. Hey, a doll! Yay! These barnacles, yeah.
Гниль.
Rolton.
Зубы деревянные.
Wooden teeth. The devouring. It's not enough to reach the land of the dead and pass the trials. We needed a special magical power. We had to grasp the knowledge we had gained in the faraway Sardom and try not to lose it along the way. That is why all the shades had to go through the belly of the dead man on the way to the underground halls of the mistress. This is how they became one with their helpers and were able to retain that magic, even when they were back in the land of the living. I was following the path of the original rite. Cool. Can I burn this? No. Alright. Alright. Oh. Burned it all. That's chain. More barnacles. Okay. And down the wooden esophagus we go. Hi. Oh, we're definitely going the right way. Alright. Need to figure out what we're counting here. Oh, please don't be barnacles. Oh, people? 3, 1, 2, 1. stop on too. Yeah.
Посмотрим, что тут.
The old strongman. Once there were 60 of us bandits. One day we were riding across the steppe. Suddenly it was pouring rain. On a hill we saw a huge horse skull. We all rode into the skull and took shelter in it. I was at the very edge at the entrance because I was the weakest of all. Suddenly I saw a giant galloping across the steppe on a red horse. As he galloped, he grabbed hills and tossed them up. When he was close, I jumped out of the skull, got on my horse, and galloped away. At the same time, the giant grabbed the hill with the huge skull and threw it up in the sky along with my bandit friends. They all died. Wow, what a lookout you are. I ran my horse as fast as I could, but the giant reached out his hand, took me and put me on an iron spit, built a fire, and hung me up to roast. Then he fell asleep. I jumped out the spit. The giant's red horse neighed, but he woke only for a moment and went back to sleep. The horse neighed again. The giant shouted, "Why are you neighing and disturbing my sleep?" He struck him with his whip and fell asleep again. I then took the red-hot spit from the fire and plunged it in the giant's heart. He jumped up and cried out, "Where is my leopard, running through the mountains? Where is my golden eagle, soaring in the sky? Where is my whale, swimming in the sea?" And he fell down dead. A golden eagle came at me from the sky. It snatched a piece of meat of me and started pecking at it. A leopard came from somewhere and pounced on the meat too. The golden eagle threw the rest of it into the sea. A whale grabbed this piece. Meanwhile, I had a chance to hide and survived. I've been living here since then. All right. Cool. The guide. Among the spirit helpers, there was one who stood apart, not in appearance, but in the sheer might of magic drawn from its master. This was a helper who guided all through the between worlds. He was the one who aided them through the trials. It was he who could weave the threads of life into a living fleece, the cloak that would offer a way out of here, back to the land of the living. Oh, there we go. It shows some. Okay. Sorry, dude. Buried alive. You got this. There we go. Alright, I do believe we have found the temple. I wish there was a way to see... Yes, just look at the worlds and notes. If we've missed any of those, things. Dolls. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, here we go. I don't like this. This looks like a tomb. Okay, that was slightly terrifying. And into the faraway Sardom he flew. Alright. Ooh, can I burn this? Yeah, I see a scroll back there. Lore. Want more of it. I don't know what that is, but we just moved it.
Запусти. Старое все.
Oops.
Погнило.
It's all old and rotten. Yes, Jerem, I am. Alright, the shades of my fellow travelers worshipped the goddess. I saw them coming to the temple from all over the world, apart or from every corner of the land of the living, and from every age. Almost every age. I saw no one else like me. I realized the temple and the rite had been forgotten. The north wind and the ice had locked up the ancient sanctum. No one remembered the mistress of the animals, and she had changed along with the temple. The magnificent eye of the ogress had become hazy. Desperation gave way to lethargy. And then madness. I would have to undertake the trials. Would I be able to travel the path? Sorry. Well, I see no dolls. Interesting. Oops. Oh, his head is here waiting for us. Dude, I just traveled through your... Through you.
Портной!
Это ты, кузнец? Слушай, что-то пошевелиться не могу. Видно тебя, нет?
Портной, оно тебя
Might as well be
схватило.
honest with them.
Убрало до головы.
Ну-ка, погодь. Так, святые кудели, где мои ноги? Где руки?
We'll patch you up.
Тише. Глядишь, подлечим тебя. И
Подлечим. Подлечим?
It's just a flesh
Что
wound.
тут лечить-то? Боже! Как я теперь? Голодно как-то. Гляди, вон там паук спрятался. Тащи его сюда.
А что ты с ним?
Да так, погляжу. Давай, что тебе? Потом мы поговорим.
I was gonna say I could carry him around, but let's take the spider.
Вон он, вон он. Вон он.
Господи Иисусе! Даже опора порушилась.
Неси его сюда.
So I think he's about to become Spiderhead. Sorry. Yep. But we have our friend with us.
Что? Как?
Ты глянь, глянь. Ишь, понесли, родимые.
Ох! Паучьи ноги отросли.
Теперь заживем. А то все щеки охромину поотбил.
Знаешь, что это за храм-церквушка?
Его храм. Лихо этого. Или того, чем оно было раньше.
Ну, кто бы рассказал, не поверил бы.
Sorry, couldn't resist. Alright, can't get back there. Alright, well, where do we go now?
Сколько ж это тут все стоит забытое.
Hey, you wanna crawl over there and let me out?
Видишь тот рычаг?
Yeah, there you go.
Попытаемся. Вон тут лаз есть паучий. Вот ты всю жизнь жуком бегал. Пауки тоже
See, he's
своего
useful.
рода портные. Руки помнят, так сказать. Ух ты, черт! Ну вот, рычаг отвалился. Если что, это была твоя придумка.
It's okay, it'll come in handy later.
Это
for something.
трапезный называется. У меня дед дьяком был. Перекусить хочешь?
I don't want to eat anything down here.
Мертвечью еду
Yeah.
есть.
Ну, как знаешь. Меня вон как взбодрили харчи местные. Вон там выход из храма. Похоже, заперто.
Об такой зубы поломаешь.
Iron bread. Wait, what's that on the bottom of it? Head. We're gonna take that with us. All right, you go that way. I got things to explore. Okay. The hell is that thing? It's like sheep encased in ice. Okay. Alright, what is over here? I found myself in the faraway Sardom, the land of the dead. But could it have been otherwise after all I'd been through? I learned the ancient rite and found my helping spirits. They contained my power, and I held power over them. I looked back and remembered how difficult it had been to reach the temple. I'd been buried on the island of the dead, my golden thread severed, and passed through the belly of the dead man. That had only been the beginning, and there were new trials ahead. Yeah, I know he's over there, but give me a second. Not me setting everything on fire. I see no doll, though. There's got to be one around here. It's too big of an area to not have a doll. Alright, let's check out. This looks like it has places to put things. Don't need the iron staff.
Надолго хватит. Путешественник. Ишь ты,
Traveler,
в
just look at
сапогах
him
ходит.
striding in those boots.
Идет куда-то с посохом.
Staff.
У него хлеб в руках.
Okay, so bread goes over here. Iron staff goes here. And we need to find some boots.
Нужен какой-то предмет.
Alright, well, hold on. Give me this.
Не рычаг, посох. Тяжелый, зараза.
Okay, alright, I got it. Keep it in there for a minute. Alright, it's gotta be the food. There is... Does it matter if it's rotten? Apples and bowls. So apples. And how many there are. Okay. Again, does it matter if they're rotten, though? Well, there's what? 5, 3, 2, 2. Let's give it a try. 3, 2, 2. So if we're not counting the rotten ones, then it's 3, 2, 1, 2. It's not that either. This one's technically not in a bowl. We could try... And then there's a drawing has separate ones too, so am I counting the ones on the drawing? Oh, you're fine. Alright, let's try again. 5. Let's do 4, because that fell out. 5, 4, 2, 2. That not it either. So maybe it's 3, 0. Because technically these aren't inside of the bowl anymore. It says in bowls. So what if you did 5, 0, 2, 2? if we did 3, 1, 2. There's definitely 2. Definitely 2. Technically none inside of that one. And unless I'm miscounting, there's 5 of them inside of there. Technically. 2 of them are rotten, though. So what am I missing? Technically, this isn't in any bowls. But I've tried it without them being rotten and with them being rotten. There's none under. There's just that one. But that one's on the floor. It's not even in a bowl either. So by our rights, it should be like 5022. Jeremy, you're the genius with these. Maybe they open up that. Like that. Okay, 5. What if we just did it 3023, like it says on there? Oops. This is supposed to be 2. So, we're supposed to be unlocking this with apples and bowls. Technically, these apples have come out, but I have tried this number. I've tried counting both the rotten and the not rotten ones. There's 2 there, 2 there, technically 4 here total, and technically 5 inside the first one. What if I'm going backwards? Am I supposed to go this way? If so, it'd be 2205, right? Or, so if we're counting, it'd be 2103. If we're not counting the rotten ones. Unless we're supposed to count the ones that had originally been inside of there. That are not anymore, but they may have been years ago whenever they made this puzzle. I just assume it would start left to right, but it might be going right to left. Apples on the table, so like 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 4, 5. So 8045. We could try that. I mean, they technically are in bowls up there too. Perfect. Germ, this is why you're useful. The Dogheads. One girl went to Kiev to pray to God, so she had to walk through a very thick and dark ravine. It went on for ages. Then she saw 2 people riding. When they got closer, the girl noticed they were no people, but dog-headed men, and they had 1 eye each, right in the middle of their foreheads, above their noses. She was scared. The Dogheads asked her, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to pray to God," she said. "You better come and serve us." The girl refused, so they took her by force and brought her to a dugout in the forest. They took her underground and went down for a long time. The floor was covered with blood and bones everywhere, and in the middle of the dugout was a lion on a chain, snapping its jaws. They brought the girl into a room. There were cages made of stakes in one corner, with people crowded inside and peering through the stakes. There was a stove on the other corner, and an old grandfather, also dog-headed, was sitting by the stove warming up cauldrons of boiling water. All around the cages were candy wrappers and nutshells. The Dogheads fed the people candies and nuts to fatten them up. The two dogheads left the girl with the grandfather and left again. Before leaving, they'd ordered the grandfather to pour boiling water over the girl, but she'd overheard them. The grandfather put down a plate for the girl, and she started eating. She ate to the bottom of the plate, where she saw a man's hand lying there, so she threw her spoon away. She noticed the water was boiling and said to the grandfather, "Let me take the cauldrons out of the stove. You are old and may not be able to handle it." For a long time, the grandfather refused to let her take them out, but he finally relented. The girl took out one of the cauldrons and poured it on the grandfather, and then another one, so he was cooked on the spot. And then the people who were sitting silently in cages rejoiced and said, "Well, let us out too, and we shall flee." The girl released them, and they began coming out of the dugout. The lion rushed at them, but they each threw him a piece of meat. He ate the meat, and the people went out unharmed. So they ran. They came across a stump by the road. The women and girls each took off a piece of clothing, a skirt, corset, beads, a shawl, and dressed it up as a girl, and then ran away. They ran out of the forest and went to Kiev on a pilgrimage, but the dogheads were coming back with more people they'd caught. They saw a girl all dressed up, came up to her, and realized it was a tree stump. The dogheads then took the clothes and drove the people to the dugout, saying to one another, "We need to go back again and look for whoever left those clothes in the forest. There was someone there, no doubt." When they arrived into the dugout, they saw the grandfather scalded with boiling water in the empty cages. Then they gave chase. They searched and searched, but found no one. Believe it or not, but that was the truth. Alright. We've solved more. We can take this now and put it where the iron is supposed to be. And we need iron boots, so... let us go forth and find them.
Вот и западные врата.
Here are the
За
western
ними
gates.
путь домой.
The way home is behind them, but
Только
it's frozen
примерзло
solid.
всё.
Oh, I found the iron boots. Hold on, let me answer him first.
Могу костер тут развести или еще что.
Лед непростой. Так просто не сойдет. Погоди-ка. Есть одна мысль. Мы можем растопить огненную реку. Пойдем. Тут выход из храма. Все льдом покрылось. Есть у меня мысль, как нам его растопить. Ты ведь со своим огнем пришел, так? Как готов будешь, пойдем обратно. Туда, где паука выловили.
Well, un momento while I go put...
Храм промерз. Но, думаю, мы еще сможем выбраться.
I got something else to
Под
do.
ним среди корней вековечного дерева течет огненная река. Как ее растопим,
Give me.
растает и выход из храма.
Портной, а ты знаешь, что это все откуда?
Да как же? А и действительно, откуда? Вот этого не знаю.
I can't leave this unexplored really quickly, though. And this is why. A siren feather grants knowledge. Alright, so what are we counting here? Thought I might see feathers or something, but... siren feather grants knowledge. Nothing there. Y'all see anything that could be a feather? Or feathers? Or... let's go look at the inscription down here. Hold on. Does this have anything? It's a seal that we need to thaw. Get. I don't see anything down here. Normally everything we can count is right in front of the chests. Jeremy, you see anything? Siren feather grants knowledge. There's a sun seal down there. I don't think it's the candles, because these candles are kind of everywhere, and there's only 3 sets, not 4 here. What did this have on it? There were 2 of these that we saw. I don't think this has the answer, though. Nah. No. Alright, let's head back in here for a minute. Oh my goodness, give me 1 second. I gotta get the iron staff. We can leave it here because we already got that.
Вот эту дверь не сковала льдом, но до нее не доберемся, пока не расчистим снег. Нужно его как-то растопить.
Okay, un momento. We'll figure that out in a second. There was something else back here that I could look at. Okay, yeah, that doesn't have any answer. Answer to anything either. Okay.
Может, разобьешь сосульки?
По-твоему, там проход тайный, как за водопадом?
Sure.
Может, растопить чем-то этот снег?
Сможешь ту церковную утварь скинуть?
Так, погоди-ка. По камням, потом здесь, по доскам. Скажи, как отойдешь в сторонку, чтоб не зашибло.
I'm out of the way.
Ну, готов!
Ох, жуткие иконы.
Поберегись! Ну вот, путь открыт. Видишь углубление в виде солнца? Вставляй туда печать.
Орлавы кар.
Ага, неплохо, кузнец. Теперь пойдем к корням храма.
I don't want to yet. I need to go back and solve this. I don't know what it means by the siren, though, and what I can guess. I'm assuming we're going to come back to this, too, but I don't want to take the off chance that we're not. It's just eyeballs. Alright, German Sill. My 2 puzzle solvers. A siren feather grants knowledge. I see nothing here that seems to be feathers, though. So what are we counting? I don't want to snort that. Don't look at that. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 2, 2. Are we counting the highlighted feathers? Huzzah!
Буду оставлять.
I'll get something sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna mess this name up. Nobody knows whether Yodor Burmakov was on a long walk or a short one, but at the end of it, he came out into a clear field and saw a huge house. Too small for a town, too big for a terem, but something in between. Then he overheard something A bogatir arriving at the house, letting his horse into the stable and entering the hut. So a tirim is a large, rich house, and a bogatir is a warrior of immense strength, courage, and bravery. The name derives from the Turco-Mongolic bogatir hero. I really like that they put those little things in. All right, Yodar Burmakov got up from the stove, came closer to the bogatir, and bowed low. Hello to you, Crooked Luca, the bogatir general, sir. Well, Yodar Burmakov, while you're here, you have to heal my eye. I can do that, all right. You warm up the stove and give me some tenon screws. I'll screw your arms and legs to the floor so you don't flinch while I heal your eye. He gave Burmakov everything. Yodar screwed the bogator to the floor, warmed up the stove, heated the tin, and held it above his eyes. Opened both eyes. He poured the tin into his good eye and ran out into the street. Crooked Luca jumped up, tore off the screws, ran into the street, but he could not see the light of day, and he roared, "Let there be an iron hedge around my house." Burmakov was trapped in the yard with no escape, but Luca had some goats roaming around the hedges. Catching a goat, he killed and skinned it, but didn't cut off the head, and he threw the skin over himself and put the head over his own. He stood on all fours and charged at Luca, headbutting him in the ass. Luca grabbed the goat's horns and threw him over the hedge. Burmakov shouted, "I am sorry, Luca the bogatir." "Well, Burmakov, since you bested me here, take my bright copper saber." He threw it into the field. "Take it." Burmakov approached the saber and considered, "Well, should I take the saber with my hand or try it with my little finger first?" He tried it with the finger. The finger got stuck. Well, he started crying as he didn't know what to do. But he took a penknife out of his pocket and cut off his little finger at the joint. Then he went to hide out in the hills. Crooked Luca came running and grabbed the saber. "You're a lucky one, Burmakov, escaping and all, but be aware. I have a beloved sister there down the road." More lore. Alright, let's go join our spider-legged friend. You ready, buddy? Let's go.
Видишь, у всех икон образа повыдраны. Дикость какая.
You know, I'm a bit disappointed that not once did we find a doll back there. We looked everywhere.
Видишь, какие корни?
От какого-то дерева могучего.
Да, дерево непростое. У его корней текла
The river of fire
огненная
used to
река.
flow among its roots, huh? The temple. I finally reached the great temple for the trials. It gleamed with gold, blinding me and my fellow travelers. Beside the temple, I saw a towering tree whose mighty branches connected all the worlds. But I saw something else too, something I did not understand then. Clouds were gathered outside, bringing the cold winter wind with them. The cold and unforgiving snow was falling on the gold, and its luster was dimming by the minute. Oh, hold on.
Первый раз такие корни вижу. Все в узорах.
Говорю же, необычное дерево. Не вот тебе дуб зеленый.
Alright, me first, I guess. Dang, it's kind of creepy down there.
Что?
Oh, well. Shouldn't have said anything because we're joining.
Ого, ой.
Сила бесовская. Кажется, я его слышу. Прячься!
We're supposed to be hiding. Be quiet. I don't think I have like a crouch button. No. Oop. Well, at least this river of fire is no longer here.
Господи правый.
This isn't creepy. Whee! Alright, more lore down here.
Здесь не пройти.
Signs of death. We came to the land of the dead, and we could not return the same. I knew that one had to surrender something to pass, but what would it be, and would I be able to give it? The shades, whose path I followed, were prepared. Each knew the price of the faraway Zardom would exact from them, and for each the toll was unique. I saw lacerations. I observed severed fingers. I was shown mutilations and other signs of the land of the dead. The path would be revealed when a great sacrifice was made. Okay. The mistress of the animals. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saw that right there, but I didn't put together where it all went. That was kind of funny. Alright. There's an anvil there. That and a hand on it. And I can't burn him. Alright. Yeah, that'd be a perfect place for a doll. Just saying. Ooh, can I burn that? Sure can't. There's more spider-headed people. Huh.
Спичками не получится. Надо что-то другое.
Alright, we'll find something else for that. Nothing else this way. I want to get over there. Alright, so what are we counting here? There is that a line on top? Raven, ox, bear? That doesn't tell me what we're counting here. Sorry, dude. Oh, hold up. Okay, so there's a paw print, hooves, human. Hold on. Okay. Oh man, there's all kinds of prints along here. Am I counting them? The top one I'm assuming would lead the human footprints, then the raven, then the hooves, then the paw print. Okay. So how many human? We see 3 human paw prints? Or footprints, whatever the hell you want to call them. Alright, so 3. Then we said what's next? The raven? I see 1. Oh wait, there's another one up here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoof. And 1, 2, 3, 4 paw. Right? Stop whining. Just make sure there's nothing back here on the wall. Okay, so hold on. Alright. 3 human. 1 raven. So 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 5, 4. Footprint, hooves. Okay, did I miscount? Definitely only see the one raven. Nah, okay. Hold on. So there's 1, 2, 3 raven. There we go.
Скоро заполню книгу.
Tanin Vizag. There were 11 of us brothers. Once we were traveling in a faraway land. As we walked, we stumbled upon a one-eyed Nart. He grabbed us all in his fist and threw us into his tobacco pouch. Back in his home, he took 10 of my brothers out from the bag and started gnawing on them as if they were nuts. He took me out as well, turned me between his fingers, stared at me for a good while, and then put me on the doorpost, saying I was too thin, and he went and lay down on his bed. A Nart is one of a group of mythical deities and heroes figuring in the Nart sagas of the North Coast. Cool. As he often did, he stroked the back of a goat that pranced before his bed, calling it Daddy Goat. Soon he fell asleep. I slaughtered the goat and put on its skin. Daddy means father or grandfather. I took a huge rock and gouged out the Nart's eye with it. I fell to all fours and started bleeding and running in circles around him. Nart jumped up and said twice, Daddy Goat, don't let him get out. And then he patted me with his giant hand and accidentally moved a huge rock that was covering the exit. I sneaked out through the crack. I crossed 2 or 3 mountains and yelled, It was I, the Daddy Goat, who blinded you. Nart took the rock that had covered the opening of his cave and threw it after me. There's the goat. There's him dressed up like the goat. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Alright, I think that got that, but what is back in here? You know, we have to explore. Run away. Ooh, we might not want to explore too much, but what's back here? Alrighty. Hello. Oh, your face is hollow. Dude, can you not cough? That scared the bejesus out of me. Hold on. Before we continue this path, let's make sure, because I'm starting to think this may be the way we have to go. Let's just check up there, where we opened up that gate. Crap. Well, that really sucks. Might have missed something up there. I thought this was just going to come back to like a little, you know, area. But it seems to be a lot more. Hopefully we get to go back up there. Alright, she went that way through the cobwebs. So let's go this way. Oh, maybe this is the way to go. Hi. Dude, I'm really bummed out by that gate closing behind us.
Здесь не пройти.
Alright. get out of my way. That was creepy. Really cool. Oh, I want to know what that says. Fortunately, I do not know. She's kind of freaky. I need my spider-headed friend. There's a doll. Yeah. We won't mention that took like 3 or 4 tries. Okay.
Ах, закрыто.
Yep. Probably the same thing for all of us, right?
Закрыто.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I can burn that.
Серп. Ай,
A seagull.
нет, не отцепить.
Yeah, okay, where do these go? Into there. Into there.
Серп. Ай, нет, не отцепить.
None of the ropes go into there, but one goes back here. That wasn't where I wanted it to land. Alright, I'm assuming we can't burn that like that. Okay.
Какой-то замок. Крепко держит. Эх, нет, не открыть.
Alright, so we need
Перерубить
the
бы его.
sickle. That's in there being held up by ropes.
Тихо.
Oh, Taylor.
Портной, как ты?
Actually, this is going to be really useful.
Выход за той запертой дверью. Видишь этот серп? Им замок на выходе можно перерубить.
Его эти проклятые веревки держат. Нужно их спалить к чертям.
Открою решетки. Поищи там, что горючее. Ага. Вижу
You know,
рычаг.
I know he's got creepy spider legs.
Оно здесь. Прячься.
I mean, she's here. I don't know where to hide. I can't crouch. Ah! Okay, gotta find a hiding spot. Let's get him to come out. Oh god, she's already coming in. Oh god, go.
Еще одна веревка.
Oh my god, she's down there. Okay. This isn't creepy at all.
Еще одна веревка.
Ooh, she's on my cheeks. Go, 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 go. What do I do with that? Oh my god. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Отцеплю те замки.
Let me out, let me out, let me out. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Listen, Germ. I wasn't sure how. I thought she was blind, so I thought I could hide up there and just not move, okay?
Господи правый.
Dude,
Кузнец,
you gotta
ты
stop
как?
scaring me like that.
Портной.
Живой. Давай, пойдем. Вот они, застывшие корни мирового древа.
Смородинка.
Нам к тем корням. Под ними течет огненная река. Если сможем ее растопить, тогда и храм растает. Не зря спички взял, как считаешь?
Тогда и выберемся отсюда, так?
Посмотрим. Но думаю, у Лиха еще найдутся для тебя испытания.
The world tree, with its wide boughs and a mighty trunk, the world tree stood between the faraway Sardom and the land of the living. Its root clawed deep into the abode of the dead, while its bark offered a means of escape from the temple. I looked to the mighty tree, and desperation crept over me as I saw the ruthless frost covering it in ice. Leaves were raining down, the ground roaring and shaking beneath my soles. Cold gripped my heart. Will the ice close off the path between the worlds, I wondered?
Огненную реку сможем растопить вон там, куда лестница ведет. Или можем сначала здесь осмотреться?
Yeah, hold on, we're gonna go this way. I still feel really bummed out that I missed that one area.
Кэш. Друзья по артели, так сказать.
You know, this one's got glowing eyes like you do. Oh, I bet we're supposed to count them. Okay, hold on. Un momento. 2. Wait, are we counting the actual eyes? Because if so, 4, 3, 6, 1. Yeah, buddy.
Сколько же лет этой книге?
Find 10 tales. The blinding tale of One-Eyed Likho. Once upon a time, there lived an old man and his old wife. They had a son, Ivan. He went to pick the mushrooms in the forest and got lost. There was a hut. So he said, "Oh, a hut on chicken legs. Turn your eyes to the forest hut. Turn your front to me." Oh, it's a Baba Yaga. Yep. So he went into the hut. Inside were many sheep, and it was warm. And he went and lay down by the stove. Then Baba Yaga came in on bony legs, and she said, "No Russian smell has ever been smelled here before. I smell it now." She said, "Who is it?" "Ivan is the name. What do you want?" "I walk and I forge." She said, "I've got a crooked eye, so make me a new one." He got up from the stove and tied her up with a rope, and he burned her good eye instead, so she started swearing, "I'm not letting you out, you heretic," and she sat on the threshold to guard it. "This will be the end of you." In the morning, she began to let the sheep out of the hut to feed them. He sat and sat, and then he noticed her fur coat hanging on a pin. He turned the coat inside out and donned it. He started running like a sheep. She grabbed him by the wool and threw him out of the hut. He escaped, threw off the fur coat, and went home. Baba Yaga sat on the threshold, and then she said, "Now you're hungry and lost, and I won't let you out." She started searching for him in the hut. She searched and searched, but couldn't find him. She went out and found the coat underfoot. She said, "The fool escaped. I must have thrown him out instead of a sheep, methinks. 'Tis the end." Just sheep and stuff. right, up we go. This is really pretty.
Тот серп, которым ты замок разрубил, он непростой. Что-то я про него слышал, да не упомню, что именно. Не потеряй. Чувствую, он еще пригодится. Это твой ключ к тому, чтобы сбежать от лиха. Гляди вниз.
Lore. A river flowed by the roots of the world tree, giving it its power. A river as scorchingly hot as the hottest flame of the forge. The river's flame went up from the roots to the branches, from the branches to the leaves, and through the leaves to all the worlds. I saw the shades that had successfully passed the trials, moving through the molten flow, and returned to their words in triumph. But the north wind had frozen the river of fire. It was now covered with ice, and I had no spark to ignite it again. Oh
У нас под
no.
ногами замерзшая огненная река.
I'm assuming...
Какие-то идолы вмерзли или что там. Сможешь поджечь их?
I can try.
Попробуй спичку кинуть на эти деревяшки. Глядишь, и лед тронет.
These logs? What logs is he talking about? Surely not.
Нет. Сначала надо растопить реку.
Нет. Those logs? My match would die before it reached them.
Ага, гори, гори, ясно.
Oh boy, okay. Don't have to tell me twice. Get out of there.
Снова храм.
The
Гляди,
trials.
все оттаяло.
Ага. Надеюсь, церквушка устоит безо льда.
Okay, what
А
I'm
это что за
wondering...
ворота?
Храм и вправду изменился.
I don't think we can go back to that
Лих
one
нас
area
так просто не отпустит.
that we did,
Камень расколот.
unfortunately, that we missed out, which I'm still really freaking bummed about.
Что-то не то.
Alright, Sunseal doesn't go there. Because I think we missed
Смотри.
something a lot there.
Тут круги на вратах того же размера, что и та печать с солнцем.
Глаз выжжен.
The eye is burned out. Hold on the back of the Sunseal, it has the griffin with its wings up like that, griffin with wings down. Okay, it's got to go there. Where do we find these others, though? Like, what the heck?
Это печать для дверей.
You want to grab that, buddy? The chief was afraid at the sight of a beard. The second sister ran from the fire in fear. I wasn't done with that. In a corner, hid away, fleeing far from sister's gaze.
Вот каково оно, лихо.
I strained to hear the whispering of the shades, the black treacle of my predecessor's ancient secrets. Everything was connected to this rite, forgotten, sealed away behind half-truths and hints. I was starting to comprehend. Was this temple the one from all the tales? I wanted to get to the bottom of this rite and spread the word about it to every corner of the world. I reached the land of the dead through the dark forest. She is testing me now, but this is not the end. I need the words of the ancient incantation. I need to taste a godly sustenance. The mistress of the animals must close her eyes so her stare can't burn away new threads of life. I had to escape and make the great sacrifice. Only then would I be able to live again. What am I supposed to be looking at exactly? Is this a map of the area? Oh, okay. That absolutely does not help me now. Hey, I need you to go up there and
Это
get that.
печать для дверей.
Okay. The three-eyed and one-eyed sisters were in the tale. The first sister was shrouded in a spider's veil. Close to her was a flame held tight. Between sister and sheep burns a firelight.
Похоже, с той стороны мешает что-то. Эй, ты завалила чем-то, что ли?
Hold on. Between sister and sheep burns the firelight. Bro, you just scared the crap out of me.
Жутко как-то.
That is eerie. Shadows. Is that what we're counting? I can tell I'm starting to get tired. Or does it... I don't think this has anything to do with it, does it? I hope I can't put that stuff on fire. Thank goodness. Okay, so we have to figure out, they all have to hold a certain thing. The sheep was afraid at the sight of a beard, so he's not held by the... Definitely not held by you. The second sister ran from the fire in fear. In a corner hid away, fleeing far from sister's gaze. This will be the second. Give me the sheep. Alright. The three-eyed and one-eyed sisters were in the tail. The first sister was shrouded in a spider's veil. Close to her was a flame held tight. Between sister and sheep burns a firelight. Will you stop? That's it. Alright. Three-eyed and one-eyed sisters were in the tail. The first sister was shrouded in a spider's veil. Close to her was a flame held tight. Between sister and sheep burns the fly... Maybe she holds the flame then? Alright, you're shrouded in a spider's veil. You hold the flame then. Give me that. You hold the sheep. So then who holds the one-eyed and three-eyed faces? The first sister was shrouded. They mentioned three-eyed first, so her. And then maybe he holds the one-eyed. Yes, perfect. I smart.
Печать от двери.
Yay, we also need to figure this out. Charm!
Не-а, не подходит.
Wait, it acts like I can put things inside of there. What? I don't know, I have to figure something out, but I think we're missing more of this piece, because I'm not sure what I'm counting here. And there's 3 shadow people. Okay, I got another seal for the door.
Так не пойдет. Что-то не то. Лев сторожит ворота какие-то. Люди верхом на быке.
It's an ox. I don't think the moon goes there.
Какой-то кусок иконы. А можешь достать вон ту штуковину?
Кусок иконы. Конечно, конечно. Тьфу, держи.
Where's it at? Oh, thank you.
Святой какой-то.
All right, so I got part of it. I'll be honest, we might have to finish this tomorrow night. Might have to do a surprise stream. Because I am getting sleepy.
Запустение.
Any more parts to that idol? Alright, so this one has the wing and then the wings crossed. This one goes up here. Alright, we've gotten 2 of them.
Ох, жуткие иконы. От иконы кусок.
Got another part. Did I share a sheep on the other side of this? Did. Oh man, I'm burning the Underworld books. This is not good. Yeah, I know. I gotta put it on here. But we're missing one. I'm not sure where it's at. No. Can we not do that? I didn't mean to do that. Please. Let's open the store. It's one of the things. Oh, wow. I threw that way past it. Listen. Y'all don't see nothing. Dun, 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 dun.
Ох, жуткие иконы.
Alright, we need one more of the icon pieces to do that. I'll set that on fire. We need 2 more of these. I wonder if I can take that moon and put it there, because it looks like it.
Посмотрим, что осталось от этого храма. Хотел бы я на него посмотреть до того, как его льдом заморозило.
You know, that's a good question, Germ. I'm not sure what we're counting on here, though. Like, see, are those technically numbers, or what are those? Like, what are we counting on here? Eight, 1, 7. Oh, we'll try it. I don't think that's it, though. Okay. Not trying to set the sheep on fire or anything, I promise.
Бес его знает, куда раньше вели эти двери. Может, во владении тех зверей с резьбы. Поди узнай.
The connection between world. Imprisoned in the merciless ice and snow, the temple was growing dark. I felt the old memories of gleaming gold slipping away, replaced by the overwrought iron of the present. But the iron was rusting, just as the gold had faded and the ancient murals crumbled to dust. But why? Why was this, or was all this really beyond the power of the timeless faraway stardom to withstand? No, that wasn't it. I realized that this ice of oblivion was to blame for destroying the entire world from the roots up to the very last leaf of the world tree.
Вот она, огненная река. Через нее можно перебраться только по мосту, что перед храмом. По камням не перескочишь. Ты пока осмотрись. Я тут подожду.
Свечи за решеткой.
So you're
Это
just gonna
что
wait?
за трубы тут такие? Отопление храмовнее.
Не похоже, что они работают. Паутина. Образа святые. Кирпичи.
Bricks,
Железные обломки.
chunks of metal,
Овечий череп.
a sheep skull, candles.
Нет, не вытащить.
Думаю, смогу до нее добраться по трубам.
Then go get it.
Не подходит.
Go
Ну,
get it.
попробуем достать печать. Так куда мне направиться?
Oh, I have to answer you? Bones?
Справа
bones.
лежит овечий череп.
Понял. Что дальше?
Icons are iron. The iron.
Справа в печи железо навалено.
Хорошо. Опять тупик. Вернусь к выходу.
The start. Oh, I should have sent him. I thought that he said there were cobwebs down there.
Что дальше?
All right,
В трубе
icons.
снизу вижу несколько образов.
Понял. Куда прикажешь?
Bricks.
Вижу кирпичи в трубе.
I don't know where he sees the
Конечно,
cobwebs at. Are the cobwebs
Тут
here?
не проползти. Кирпичами
Okay,
забито.
come back to here. I see.
Возвращаюсь. Куда прикажешь?
В
Cobwebs.
сторону паутины.
Вижу. Отсюда только один путь. Чувствую верный. Встретимся у печати.
Отлично. Хватай печать и возвращайся.
С радостью. Давно пора.
Спасибо, портной.
Обращайся.
That was interesting.
Вот и
Alright.
еще одна печать у нас. Так глядишь, и отворим те ворота.
I would stroke his face, or I'd pat him on the head too. Alright, so we have the seal, and we know that this seal goes to this side. So we put that there. You know, let's see what the back of the star steel has. I think it actually goes there. Bird with the wings on the bottom. Yeah, so that is where that one is actually going to go. That's pretty cool. But let's see what's back here first.
Четвертая печать должна быть здесь. Думаю, это самая старая часть храма. Гляди, какие узоры на стенах.
Look at those patterns on the walls indeed. Un momento while I lag a little. Alright, let's check up here.
Чудные ворота. А это что за львы?
Один безмордый какой-то.
Alright, so we need to find a lion face. Got it.
Старинная роспись. Каких-то
Ancient
древних
paintings.
людей.
I saw a flock of helpers following the shades. Some were various animals, some dead people of ages past. Shades buried the restless dead, and I beheld countless graves, but this burial was a great blessing, for the second way to the temple was as fraught as the first, so the dead followed after their undertakers. A thankful corpse makes for a loyal and mighty helper. stuff to burn, I burn it. Oh, what are we doing? Is that the face I need?
Гляди, у той скульптуры голова львиная. Достанешь?
Хорошо, жди тут.
Cecil? Spider legs comes in a lot of handy.
Держи. Теперь нужно найти, чья это голова на самом деле.
I think we know whose head it is.
Ишь, звезд, ну ты как?
That's so pretty. Oh, I want a room like this with a star room. Oh, I just realized the stars are technically all like eyeballs of glowing skulls. You know what? I'd still take it. Oh no! Don't make me do this. I'm trying to use it. It doesn't do anything. Can't move it. Oh, okay, I see. Hold on. I think I see. So it goes boom, 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 4, and then 2. Which one can I do down 4? Boom, boom. It's pretty straight though. So I was thinking like this. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a long thing. Where can I line up for them like that though? I can't line this one. I guess these 4 then. Okay. Oh man. All right. And you just sit still for a second. Those are too close together to be it. Okay, no. Those. Not that one. Okay. I tried that one already. All right. Okay. Wow, give me. Thank you.
Вот и последнюю печать отыскали.
Yep, let's go.
Пора отворить те ворота.
I need the other seal.
Ага, отворяется.
I see her way down there.
Сюда! Скорей!
Ой, да твою же...
За эту дверь! Скорее! Это его не задержит! Ой, сокровища!
Не до этого!
He's got a point. We really don't have time for treasure.
Быстрее! Открывай решетку! Мать! Лихо близко! Прячься!
Да погоди! Ой, черт!
Hide where? I'm not very good at this hiding thing. She just left. What does this say? It sees all. Thanks. Spider, go get that. Where's Spider friend go? Yep, you go that way. Please. Please move. She's right there. Ah. It's okay. We're okay. We're fine. Shoot. If we light that, hold on, is there anything to light along there? Because she's gonna come running along this way. And see us, right? Right? Hold on. What's it say? No way out? Yeah, I feel that. Crap. Shot it! Got it! Go, 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 go. Let me in.
Уж не спрашивай. Пока что оно в заперти. Пойдем, проверим выход из храма.
She has a key on her, though.
Я видел, как оно запирало дверь.
Ничего, придумаем что-нибудь. Для начала осмотрим двери.
Oh, hello. Wow, this is set up all nice. What's this say? The feast. I learned that the mistress of the animals would only give her gifts to those who broke bread with her. No one could leave the land of the dead before fully becoming part of it, but that can only be done by consuming the food of the dead. Oh, okay. Hold on, is there anything else around this table that I need?
Икра красная,
Red
икра
caviar,
черная,
black caviar,
икра заморская.
and from overseas eggplant
Баклажанная.
caviar.
Фу, сколько ж это тут лежит. Ишь ты, пол как проломила.
That's what he said. Okay. I decided to go through the trials, even though I feared what awaited after. They were everywhere, and the temple was full of riddles. I followed the shadows and searched for answers among the gold and murals of the sanctum. Precious gold, bright, yellow, sparkling, blinding, now dull and frozen in ice, the flesh of the world of the dead, so whispered my fellow travelers. Wait, I wasn't done with that. Everything golden is connected to the faraway Sardom. Didn't the metal originate here? And isn't it from here that the otherworldly forces plucked it?
Похоже на те статуи с острова.
It is.
Думаю,
It's them
стоит
all merged
расспросить
together.
портного.
Hey,
Опять эти звери. Давай их рассмотрим как следует за столом. Но сначала стоит проверить выход из храма.
all right, let's go
Вдруг
check the
Лиха не
exits.
запирала замок, а наоборот открыла.
Ага, и гостинцев в дорогу собрала.
В трапезной и так этого добра вдоволь. Вот и врата. Открыть можешь?
Нет. Крепкая дверь. От лиха проклятая. На 3 замка затворила.
Крест, луна, солнце. Медный, серебряный, золотой. Ключи, стало быть, такие же нужны. Думаю, в храме должны быть запасные. Или погоди, может, сковать их? Ты ж кузнец.
Для этого форма нужна. Сделаю, если отыщем.
Тогда за дело. Нравится мне эта трапезная.
Will you open this? I
Такая
told you to...
располагает к беседе.
Yeah, come here.
Захочешь что-нибудь обсудить? Милости прошу за стол.
No, I want you to
Вот
come
здесь
open this.
подходящее местечко.
Добраться можешь до того рычага?
Да тут лаз подходящий. Сей момент. Готово!
Вот так кузница. Ох, расскажу, не поверят.
Ну и жара здесь. Снега как и не бывало. Гляди, на кузне форма для ключа. Кажись, для медного.
Да с этим я управлюсь. Только тут второй половины этой формы нет. Ну, иметь нужна.
Думаю, все
Alright, we gotta find all
должно
the
быть по
corresponding stuff.
близости. Запасливая
However,
лиха.
I do have to work tomorrow. I want to rest and get some sleep. This seems like a good enough point for us to pick up. Again, tomorrow night we'll probably do like a short stream, finish it out, guys.